All right, this is part 2 to the mouse pad project. The first part of this, so you've gone into the production room, you've spray painted the transfer paper. Now you come back to the computer, and the first step is I want you to go to 1001 Fonts and download this font right here. Okay, so you just go to 1001 Fonts, you just Google that. Click on the website, you search for HENNIGAR, hit enter. Okay, there's one font right here. So the reason that I want you to use this particular font is it is bold. Okay, notice how bold it is. That's going to make peeling the letters off of the transfer paper very easy. All right, in the future, if you want to do another project similar to this, you can choose your own font, and that's going to be totally fine. But for this particular project, I want you to use this font. And the reason I want you to use this font is the first time through the process, having a really bold font is going to make it really easy to peel those letters. The thinner the lines, the harder it is going to be to peel. So I think going through the process one time, seeing how difficult it is for you, will help you in the future judge if you want to continue to use a bold font or if you want to use something thinner. So anyway, we're going to download this font. So hit the download button. All right. Open it up. Okay, we find the OTF file right there. So just double click on the OTF file. Give it a second. Alright, where is it? There we go. Windows Font Viewer should pop up. Just double click on Windows Font Viewer, then hit the install button. Now I already installed this font, but you probably haven't, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit yes. You allow this font to install, and now we can use it. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into Adobe Illustrator. We're going to go File, New, okay, and the width is going to be 9 inches, and the height is going to be 7.5 inches. Okay, this is the width and height of our mouse pad. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and then we have our kind of mouse pad in Illustrator right here. All right, so now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and click on the text tool. Click in here. I want to use the font that I just downloaded. So right, it's right there. All right, and then I'm just going to start off at like 200. So I'll go ahead and type in 200 right there. Go ahead and hit enter. All right, and now we need to what I'd like you to do is type a word that describes yourself. So something that you think describes yourself. So hopefully you chose a color that you like, and now you're going to choose a word that really describes you. So I'm going to choose the word happy, and I actually want this all to be capitalized. All right, so I got the word happy right here. Perfect. All right, and I actually want you to put this word on here twice. We're going to make this a little bit bigger, though. I'm going to go like 250. We kind of want this to be pretty good size across there. Yeah, 250 might work, 260. You know, it's going to be kind of up to you. You don't really want your font to be touching the edges, okay? But we want this to fill up most of the space. Now that I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it. Control-C, Control-V to paste it. So on your mouse pad, just like you saw in part 1, it's just going to be one word on there. But the reason that I'm having you write the word twice is sometimes when you're peeling the letters, you're going to make a mistake, and you're accidentally going to rip the letter, okay? So we're going to make 2 sets of letters. Okay, so like you'll have 2 H's, 2 A's, 2 P's, 2 P's, 2 Y's, and if you accidentally, when you're peeling these off and when you're going through the next step, if you make a mistake, that's okay. All right, so we have both of these. So here's what we're going to do next. What we want is the fill color to be nothing and the stroke color to be black on both of these. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I need to look at my stroke, okay? And I got stroke open right here, and mine's in millimeters, which is actually what I'd like for you. But I bet yours isn't in millimeters. I bet it's in points. So to be able to change that, we go to Edit, Preferences, Units, and what I want you to do is just change the units, just for right now, to millimeters, okay? So we're going to change all of these right now to millimeters. And then I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Alright, so now that we've changed that to millimeters and I have stroke open, again, if your stroke window isn't open, you can just come down here, unclick stroke, and then I go to window, stroke window pops up right here. Okay, I want the weight of both of these to be the same, so I'm going to click on my selection tool, click on one of these. I want it to be 0.025 millimeters. Okay, same thing with this one. We're going to change this to 0.025 millimeters. What that's going to do is that's going to tell a laser cutter, which we're going to be using in the next step, to cut. Okay? If you chose a different value, it would not cut through the paper. So we need to tell the laser cutter to cut, and the way that we do that is by specifying the stroke weight, 0.025 millimeters. All right, so I've done that. That's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and File, save this. I'll go ahead and save. And I'm going to save this to my U drive right here. Actually, for this particular one, we're going to be using a laptop that's in the production room. You're going to be taking these files to a laptop that's in the production room. So I'm going to ask you, rather than saving to your U drive, please save to a flash drive. That's going to make this process a whole lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in a flash drive right here. And now I'll go File, Save As. I'm going to find that flash drive. If we look this removable disk iDrive right here, this is my flash drive, so I can go ahead and be on there. And then I'll call it Reichelt Happy.ai. Save and click OK. All right, now that I've saved this to my flash drive, and we can see that it's on my flash drive right there, I'm going to take my flash drive and bring it into the production room for the next step. Yeah.